Hey, big ears. How you doing? All right. Unfortunately, that eye is not any better. I know it's really hard for you guys to see. So let's talk about big ears for a minute. See the way he holds that ear here on the left? That's the same eye that's affected. I thought that was endearing, but that's always been a little funny to me. This ear is straight up and this ear is flopped to the side, and I love that about him. That's why I named him Big Ears. But I'm thinking maybe it was a sign of a problem that I didn't notice before. So I think Big Ears might be affected by a parasite. It's a parasite called kuni. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave the spelling right there. It is a terrible parasite that affects neurologically. It can cause cataracts, which it might be the beginning of what I'm seeing now. It can cause paralysis of the lower body. It can cause paralysis in different areas. It can even cause the neck to tilt. It's called wry neck. The head almost tilts upside down. So it's an awful parasite, and that's what I'm suspecting is going on here. So kuni is very hard to treat. It's very hard to cure. So I'm really sad about that. Whoa! Oh. Woo! Big ears. Let me shut that. All right. So I'm really sad about that. So unfortunately, he's probably going to have to be put down. And that's just a really hard part of homesteading. And I've had to encounter things like this before. So this is the thing about homesteading that I really hate. But it's a necessary part of it. So one reason that I suspect it's this parasite is because he had a sister who had a problem. There was a sister in his litter. Hey Nala. Come on. Come on. His sister in his litter, I sold to a young lady for 4-H, and she had a problem with paralysis of the lower legs. So it had been a while after I'd sold her to them, so I didn't know if something happened on their farm, in their rabbitry. It's hard to tell. They took the rabbit to a vet, and the vet said it was neurological. She didn't specifically say kuni, but she said it was neurological. So I investigated a lot, and the poor little girl was just devastated. It was very hard. But now she has another rabbit from me who's winning on the show table, so I'm really glad that worked out. But that was the sister of Big Ears. So I guess I should have, thought about that. I don't know, just kept that in mind. And I guess I have, in the back of my mind, I have kind of kept that in mind. So I think ultimately he'll have to be put down. The rabbit that had the problem had to be put down. The vet suggested that. So not even she was going to try to cure that disease. So that's what I'm pretty sure it is. So I'm so bummed about that. I really did get attached to Big Ears. And one of my rabbits, like I said, is his mom. Buddy's the dad, and Mystic is the mom. So that is really tough, and Mystic could be a carrier of it, Buddy could be a carrier of it, or that batch of babies could have picked it up in their environment. So that's just a tough thing, and I'll just have to watch for it. I don't know of any treatment for it. I'm going to reach out to any preventative that I can give to the rabbits I have, just in case they have it. So I will reach out to my online community. If you ever cured a rabbit of kunukuli, then please reach out to me and let me know what you did. And if you've ever, if you use anything to prevent your herd, if you suspect it could be in your herd, and you use anything to prevent that, please reach out to me and let me know. I use mostly natural methods for parasite control and for deworming, mostly deworming, because there's not a lot to do for parasites that I know of. A couple things, but all right, so that is the problem with big ears, and I'm so sad about that, and I appreciate all your comments. People were asking about him, and I know that you guys are gonna, I know everyone that homesteads, they come across this and it's just difficult. So I appreciate everyone's support and comments, and yeah, just a hard decision, but it's just part of life on the homestead.